the best and worst holiday sets at Sephora part 2. I recently posted a part 1 where we went through all of these Sephora favorite sets, but today we have some new sets in addition that I'm going to break down and let you know which ones are worth it and which ones you should skip. Also, no, we did not go back in time. I know it looks like I'm back in my old apartment. This is my new apartment, but I kind of recreated the setup here because I'm filming at night, so I obviously couldn't use natural light. So it's like a little flashback to 2 months ago, but we are actually in my new place. Do not be confused. But I'm going to break this video up into 3 different categories. We will start with the value sets that I think are the best value that are worth getting, and then we'll move into the ones that I think are okay. They would make sense for the right person. And then we're going to round the video out with the worst value sets that I think you should absolutely skip. And I did the math on these. The ones that didn't have the math already done for you by Sephora, I took one for the team, did the math, and let me tell you, they are not all worth it. But we'll start on a happy note with the best value set. The one that I'm the most excited about to discuss in today's video is from Amika. This is the Next Level Nourishment Signature Hair Set. So this set includes 3 full-size products, which is pretty rare. Most of these value sets will have some sort of mixture of minis and maybe a full size or like a deluxe size, but it's uncommon to get 3 full-size products in a set. But this includes the Normcore shampoo and conditioner, both in full size, plus the Soul Food Nourishing Mask. So if you already use any of those products and or they were products that were on your list, this is definitely a set worth picking up. It's an $82 value, but it retails for just $54, which I know is still definitely a bit of a pricey set, but I think for what you're getting, it's definitely a good bang for your buck, especially considering it's shampoo and conditioner, things that you're probably using up on a pretty consistent basis. This next set, I specifically threw into the best category because at the time that I'm filming this, it is on sale on top of the value set price, so you can get it for even less. Fingers crossed that will still be the case when this video goes live. If it is no longer on sale, I do think it's still a good deal, but on sale, it is a steal. And this is a set from Glow Recipe. It is their Get Glowing With Me kit, and it includes the Hue Drops, which I love. The Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream, I love that as well. I have gone through 2 tubs of it. It is a fantastic moisturizer. And it also includes the Watermelon Glow PHA plus BHA toner. Personally, I don't use that one just because I have sensitive skin, so I don't like to incorporate too many exfoliating products. I've already got some in my routine, so I don't use that product, but I've tried it before and it's nice and gentle, and I know it's a crowd favorite. It's like one of their most popular products for sure, so I know a lot of people will be excited to see that in the set. Now, the set is retailing for $40, but at the time I'm filming this, and hopefully at the time you're seeing this, it is on sale for $30. So I'm putting that out into the universe. Like, I hope it's still on sale for you. $30, I think, is a steal for these 3. Granted, they are all minis, and they're kind of smaller minis, but the value of the set is $57. So I think this is a really great deal considering those are 3 of their most popular products and 2 of my all-time favorite products from Glow Recipe. Next, in the best category, this doesn't seem like an amazing value on paper, but hear me out. I do think it's a really good purchase, even if the savings is not as significant as some of the others, okay? So this is a set from Rare Beauty. It is their Mini Blush and Luminize Trio. It comes with 3 products, 2 blushes, and 1 highlight. Now, these are all minis, but I don't mind that because the Rare Beauty blushes in particular are some of the most pigmented blushes on the market, so they will last you basically for your entire life. You need like a half of a dot to do your entire cheek. So even though these are minis, in my eyes, it's basically like you're getting a full size because you're never going to use it up. And I mean, I'm exaggerating, I'm using hyperbole here, but these take so long to go through. Even the full size one, you would have a hard time using up before it expires. So in my eyes, the mini might as well be the full size because you're gonna get a million uses out of it. So even though the savings here is not as significant as some of the others, I do think it's a fantastic value if you're looking at all 3 of these shades and thinking they would work well for you and they're shades you would wear. Highly recommend picking this one up. Also not a favorite set, but one I wanted to throw out there in relation to this one from Rare Beauty. I just talked about this in my last purchase or pass, but they added a new shade to the minis. So they have been slowly but surely adding in other shades of their blushes in the mini format, and they just added this really pretty berry one. So If you didn't want to buy the whole set with 3, but you still wanted to pick up a mini, they did just add this new one in addition to the other minis that they already had. You know me, you know I love a mini. Okay, I just realized I forgot to check if I had lipstick in my teeth. Whenever I wear red lipstick, I'm always a little bit paranoid, and before I sat down, I forgot to look. I'm like, Kelly, imagine if you were this far into the video and you had to start over. The next set is one that kind of snuck up on me because I didn't think that this was going to be a good value because it goes against my theory. And my theory is when Sephora doesn't list the value next to the actual retail price, it's because the value is awful. That's my theory. It is almost always true, but not in this case, because when I broke down the math myself, I was rather impressed with the actual value of this set. So this is the Tatcha Dewy Skin and Lips set. It retails for $83, which I know is pretty pricey, but the value is $119, and it includes 2 full-size products. And one of the full-size is the Dewy Skin Cream, which I know is a holy grail moisturizer for so many people. So if you use that, if you love that, I recommend checking out this set because that retails at full price for $72. So just another $11, you would get this full set, and then you would get a second full-size product in the set, which is the Kissou Lip Mask. This is in a limited edition shade. It is in the shade Wisteria, which is more of a berry. So something to consider if you would wear that shade, if you would like that shade, but that is full-sized. And then you're getting a mini of the Rice Wash. So if you're a Tatcha lover, or even if you're not and you've been wanting to try the brand, I think this is a time to pick up some of their most popular products at a pretty good savings. Those were the standout sets for me. And again, keep in mind, we already broke down the Sephora sets in the last video that I'm gonna leave linked. In that video, I definitely took a more critical approach to it. Those sets, if anything, offer the best value in terms of product. But in that video, I kind of broke down why they may or may not make sense for every person, which will segue us into this next category because these are sets that I don't necessarily think make sense for everyone. So these are the sets that I feel a little bit indifferent about. These are the sets that are okay. They might be worth picking up for some people, but for others, you probably would want to skip them. The first one is one that in the past I've spoken very highly of, and I think this set could be a great value for the right person and could make a lot of sense, but not necessarily, and it's another Sephora favorite set. It is their Holiday Lash Stash To Go. So this retails for $28 and you're getting 5 mini mascaras, and after you test out all 5 and you determine which one is your favorite, you have a voucher in the packaging to go back to Sephora and get a full-size version with the voucher. I've done this in the past. Make sure you save the voucher though. Don't open all the products and then throw the box away. Like, you need the physical voucher to go redeem it. Make sure you don't lose that, or this is almost going to be kind of useless. But I like this because it gives you the opportunity to test out a lot of different mascaras, and you're getting the minis. I love a mini mascara, and I know a lot of other people do as well, because mascara isn't something that lasts too long. It's recommended to throw them out between 3 to 6 months, so sometimes you might not even be making it through a full mascara before it's time to replace it. I will say, for a lot of makeup products, I'm a little bit lenient when it comes to expiration dates, but not with mascaras. That is the one place I don't mess around. You know, I want my eyes to be nice and healthy, so I do toss them once they've been open for a while. So because of that, I find myself really drawn to mini mascaras because they tend to make more sense within that time frame. So as I said, it retails for $28, but Sephora claims it is a $47 value, and they came to that number by breaking down the cost of the minis, but I don't even necessarily consider minis in the cost of this in my eyes. I mean, I kind of do because you are getting the product to use, but I think a lot of people are purchasing this with the mindset of using the voucher. So what I wanted to call out here is that 2 of the mascaras cost less than the voucher. So if that's your mindset here of like, oh, I'm getting the mascaras or the minis basically for free, 2 of the mascaras you can redeem for are less expensive than the entire kit. So the Milk Makeup Mascara and the Grande Lash both come in under $28. So there isn't really a savings here if you're redeeming for them. I mean, yes, like I said, you are getting the mini mascaras, but Mascara as a mini isn't necessarily one I think of as like so valuable because these tend to be like point perks. Like you just kind of come across like little mini free mascaras, you know what I mean? And that's why I put it in the just okay category, because I think for the right consumer, especially if your go-to mascara is one of these 5, it's definitely worth picking up and then having the minis in addition to the voucher. But I did want to call out that the upfront cost of the set is higher than a few of the mascaras that you could redeem for. So I just think it comes down to what you would use from this. Next in the okay category, I mean, this is a pretty good set, but you know, I still have some call outs here, but it is the Olaplex holiday set. This is their Strong Days Ahead set. It retails for $55 and is a $75 value. So pretty significant savings there. In this set, the full-size products are the shampoo and the conditioner, which are number 4 and 5. And then the mini product is number 3. So I think this set makes a ton of sense. If you already use the Olaplex shampoo and conditioner, definitely pick this up. Like, you're getting the shampoo and the conditioner. For the price of the shampoo and the conditioner, you're also getting basically like the free mini. But if you're looking at this set and thinking, oh, this could be a good time to try Olaplex, in my opinion, the shampoo and the conditioner are some of the more forgettable products from the brand. Don't get me wrong, they're good shampoo and conditioner, but I don't see them as the products that are doing the bulk of the work on my hair to restore the damage. Out of the entire line, the one that is like carrying the most weight is definitely number 3. That's the treatment. That's the one I noticed the biggest difference from by far. And that's the product in the set that's a mini. And at the size that it is in the set, I would imagine you're getting 1 use, maybe 2, but you're supposed to apply that pretty heavily over the hair. And it's a rather tiny mini. So this set, I think of mostly as just the shampoo and conditioner, and then you're kind of also just getting the freebie of the mini. If you have a significant amount of damage in your hair and you're looking for something from the Olaplex line to make a difference, I would just pick up the full size of the number 3, which is $30. Or for right around the same price as this set, you could get the value size of the number 3, which is gigantic. That one's $60, so technically $5 more than the set. But if you're looking to like really restore your hair and see a big difference in your hair, I would go that route for almost the same price, because that's the product from the line that's gonna help the most. Another lash related set in the okay category is the Grande Lash Bash Set. So this one retails for $26 and is a $41 value, and you're getting 3 Grande Lash minis. This one I debated putting in the bad category because I don't think this set makes a ton of sense, but I don't think the value in it is bad. I think it just really comes down to being for the right person. So the set includes their lash serum, which I do really love. I've used multiple tubes of this. I'm not using it at the moment, but I have noticed very significant results in my lashes from it. It is very effective. It includes that, and then it includes 2 mini mascaras. So the reason I don't think this set makes a ton of sense is because if you wanted the mascaras for an almost similar price, you can get the one that I mentioned earlier that has the 5 minis, and then you can redeem for the full size and it's like the same price. But B, if you're purchasing this for the lash serum, this is just a mini of the lash serum. So you're not gonna notice any results in the amount of time that you're gonna have the mini. You need to use the product for a few months to start noticing results, and then you need to continue to use the product to sustain the results. So if you did buy this set, like, you're not going to notice results from the mini, and then you're going to need to go out eventually and buy the full size to continue to use it. So maybe, and something I heard when I mentioned another Grande mini in my last sets video, I heard someone say that it's a product they use in their routine and they like having the mini for travel. That's where I think it would make sense. But outside of that, I don't know that this set makes a ton of sense. Even though the value isn't bad, it just probably wouldn't make sense for most people. Let's talk about some that are bad though. These are the sets that I think you should skip. Starting with the Charlotte Tilbury Mini Lipstick Set. This is another one. A lot of these, you know, they could be interchangeable. I debated, does this go in the okay category? But I decided to put it in the bad value category because it actually is a bad value. I did the math and it retails for $25. They don't list a value on Sephora, so I broke it down with the cost per ounce of the full-size products, and the actual value is $27.08. So there is a savings of $2.08, technically, if you do the math on that. Now, the mini Pillow Talk set is not new, but there is a new shade that was added. And the new shade is Pillow Talk Fair, which is described as a cool pink nude. Now, with these, I have purchased this in the past, and let me just say, they're so mini. In a way that's almost a little bit cute. Like, I remember opening it up and being like, oh, these are precious. But I also opened it up and I'm like holding it in my hand thinking, this is makeup for a doll. Like, that's how tiny it is. And in my experience, when I purchased this in the past, the lipstick in the tiny little container didn't feel very high quality. Almost immediately, it kind of like snapped off and I have to kind of like push it down and it jiggles in the tube. So not only are they small, but in my opinion, at least the lipstick felt very cheaply produced. It felt like, again, a toy that was gonna break in my hands. And one thing I do like about mini lipsticks is that you will be able to use that for a long time, similarly to my sentiment on the Rare Beauty blushes. Like, a mini lipstick, when it's a bullet lipstick, is something that will probably last you forever. So in ways, it's almost like having a full size, kind of, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to note, I just want to throw it out there. If this was on your radar, warning, 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 these are small. And I just want to throw that out there for most of these favorite sets. On the website, it's easy to look at them and imagine it being a little bit larger, but the amount of times I've purchased them and then gotten them in my hands and realized, oh, these are tiny. And like, yes, it lists the size, the ounce, the grams, like those are all listed on Sephora, but seeing it listed on Sephora and seeing it in your hand, two different things. Also in the bad value, I want to talk about a Sephora perfume set. So I talked about a different Sephora perfume set in the other Sephora video, but they do perfume sets every single year. And these are kind of like the mascara sets, where they could be a good value depending on you and which one you would pick up. But this is the Sephora Favorites Travel Spray Perfume Discovery Set. It retails for $34 and is a $60 value. There's a pretty wide range of fragrance houses in here. We're getting Carolina Herrera, Dead Cool, Jo Malone, Valentino, Seven Virtues, and more. And just like the other perfume set, and also just like the mascara set, this is another one of those that includes a voucher. So once you've tested out all of the mini perfumes, you can then take your voucher into Sephora and redeem it for a larger version. Notice I said larger version. And that's the difference between this set and some of the other perfume sets that they do. You have to be really aware of the sizing there. So this set retails for $34, and the sizes of fragrances that you can redeem for all cost around $34 or less. Many of them are less than $34, okay? So we're talking 0.34 ounces of perfume, which is 10.1 milliliters. This size, like right around this. And don't get me wrong, I love perfumes this size. I would be glad to have more perfumes this size. I throw these in my purse. I think they're handy. It's a nice amount to test out. But again, the call out here is a lot of the fragrances in this set that you can redeem for cost less than the value of the set. I think the best value one, probably, if you're redeeming for the Carolina Herrera, the mini of that one is $39, so there's a $5 savings there. But again, some of these are like $30. And I know you might be thinking, well, okay, I'm still getting all the minis of the perfume, which is true. But I say all that to say, if there is a specific perfume you had your eye on, or your nose on, if you will, or you were wanting to pick up a new perfume, is a perfume you were interested in this set already? Because if not, you could go out and purchase the exact perfume that you're interested in the same mini size for basically the price of the set. You would get the exact one you want without having to settle for one of the ones that are included when the savings here is either not that significant or completely non-existent. Okay, let me know if I should do a part 3 to this video as more sets are added on the Sephora site. I tend to do these every year, but let me know if you're interested and you want to see more breakdowns. I know it can be really tempting to see the savings on some of these sets and assume, oh, I need to go out and buy them, but I don't think they always make sense. So I hope this video maybe talked you out of some that might not have been the best purchase for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will go ahead and see you in my next one. Bye.